So for the second topic, we are going to be hanging out with the training camp section. We're going to talk about some training camp woes with my woes. So
that was cringe.
Yeah, right. I'll never do that again.
Thank you.
All right. So y'all have anything about the latest injuries going on right now? Seems like that is starting to become like a wildfire right now.
Yeah, the Colts so far, Mr. Glass, as Vick like to call him, he's out with a foot injury. It's not season ending, but according to reports that he's going to miss at least the first 5 games, and they have Seahawks, Rams, Titans, Dolphins, and Ravens. So
that might be just 0-5. Damn.
Yeah. So
that's tough.
that's really tough. What's his face? Jacob Eason is going to be the starter. So now, because a lot of people
I'm sure they'll bring somebody in.
I like him a lot coming out of college, but we'll see.
I mean, I did too. So maybe he gets. And you know what's gonna be crazy? Let's say this could be the Herbert situation.
Yeah.
Herbert wasn't supposed to start last year. The whole medical syringe thing with Tyrod Taylor. Herbert gets in and looks good, even in losses. If Eason looks like something, whether he wins or loses, as long as he looks like something, I don't know if Carson Wentz gets his job back.
Yeah, I mean, this is it. I mean, a lot of people has talked very highly of the guy. This is probably the best chance he'll probably have if he able to not only look good but pull out a victory that they were supposed to lose. Maybe this is it.
Well, like I said, the 5 opponents, that sound like 5 losses.
Honestly. Yeah.
What was the team again?
For the Colts is, hang on, I was looking for something. I was looking at something real quick. It is Seahawks, Rams, Titans, Dolphins, and your Ravens.
Yeah, the Ravens the best bet to get a win.
Well, that's actually the Dolphins right now.
Nah, not with lockdown X back there.
Well, speaking of
actually,
X
technically.
Speaking of X right now, they apparently
that could be 5 losses. That could be 5 losses with Carson Wentz, if we being real. So without Carson Wentz, I don't know.
And the only thing that I would say, the first game against the Seahawks, they could possibly
sneak out
because they have a really good defense. It's just their whole quarterback situation.
Well, let's hope that it's not too bad for Mr. Darius Leonard, because he's also out due to an ankle injury. The severity of how his is not really out yet. I'm still looking on that, but yeah.
Yeah, it seems like the whole Colts team is kind of looking dismantled right now.
Right now, but it's still pretty early. But yes, it does look pretty bad, especially since their Pro Bowl center is also out for 2 weeks because of an elbow.
I mean, it's early.
It's still early.
Yeah, they got to September to really get right.
Right. So the Carson Wentz, they'll probably have to bite the bullet for like the first 5, but hopefully they'll get together by week 7. The Darius thing, I think he'll be back before week 1, maybe week 2, the latest. So that's still positive. Their injuries or mishap is happening early, but yeah, if that's that first 5, It's a heavy 5. So you need all hands on
luckily
deck
it's
on
an
that
extra
one.
game this season, so they could still go what? So usually you would go what? 10-5. So you could still go 11-5.
Yeah, they gotta win the table, but they
Yeah.
got the Titans twice and the who else?
Well, the Jags
That's it.
twice, the Texans twice, so those should be gimmies. See, if they had some of those teams early on, it would make it a lot easier.
No, I don't get those two.
So I don't know. Sometimes the schedule determines a lot.
Yeah.
Like looking at our schedule, Pittsburgh's schedule this year, I don't know. Just because of you talk about the first 5 weeks, like our last 5 weeks are pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, y'all last one
pretty
Especially
bad.
The Ravens.
Of course, he's gonna. Of course.
I don't know what he's
but I think this is like this might be the Carson Wentz effect. Remember last year the Eagles, they were injury riddled. I think even the year before that they were, if I remember correctly. And then the year before that, that's when they won the Super Bowl. But obviously he got injured closer to the end of the season. But yeah, I think it might be the Carson Wentz effect. You know how they always joke around with Ryan Fitzpatrick. Every team that he joins, the starting quarterback for that team usually gets hurt, and then he just
heals.
Either he gets hurt or they have a really bad season. Yeah. So this might be the Carson Wentz effect to where the team is like
he might be bringing his bad training habits over to Indianapolis. That's what it sounds like.
Now here's the thing. Now every time Carson Wentz gets injured, the backup is somehow just have a miraculous year. Think about it.
Yeah, Nick Foles, Jalen Hurts came out of nowhere, basically took his job.
You know how messed up when they draft you first round. You're supposed to be the hero for the city, and they have a statue of your backup.
Yeah, Nick Foles has a statue.
Hey, but at the end of the day, this could be a win for the Colts because
they don't have to pay him first if he doesn't. Yeah. If he don't play.
Yeah.
If he don't play 75% of the snaps.
And right now,
sorry, Eagles fans, you got screwed. He's not on the team anymore. He's still screwing you.
And he missed the first 5 games. Wow.
Yep.
So that's not half the season, but that's a good portion.
And that's not including any other games that he missed.
Nope.
Yeah. That's just hoping he gets back by week 6, assuming he only misses 5.
Yeah. So tough stretch. Yeah.
No, but just real quick, as I stated, just about us. Our last 5: Minnesota, Tennessee, Kansas City, Cleveland, Baltimore. That's our last 5 games.
He froze.
Yep, froze again.
Okay, so no, I was just saying our last 5 games down the stretch. We got Minnesota, Tennessee, Kansas City, Cleveland, and Baltimore.
Right.
Yeah.
That's tough. Minnesota, y'all definitely have a good chance just because.
Yeah, I think
run oriented. Just gotta stop Dalvin.
I'm just saying though, those are tough games to have back to back leading into. Usually, you want to get momentum around that time of the year going to the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's some tough games to have at that time of the year.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
but it is what it is. Also, it's not necessarily injury woe or injury woes, but it got to do with training camp. I don't know. Everybody is raving about Tim Tebow caught a touchdown pass for Trevor Lawrence.
Look, man, because he's doing it as a tight end.
That's cool, but my question is, Jalen Ramsey still play for the Jaguars? Like, who was covering him? Like, what's impressive about that?
They did.
Listen,
I
we
forgot
know.
the
Listen,
list.
we know what's going to happen. We let the people be excited. We know what's going to happen. Let the people be excited.
I'm just asking who was out there locking down like who was
We don't
covering?
know, man. Probably practice squad, man. You
No,
know,
it was starters, but that's what I'm saying. Who is on the Jaguars starters that's like that?
I know they had quite a bit of quite a bit of players that they brought in defensively, but I don't know who was sticking him on that plate to even say in it. And for all we know, it could be a second or third string safety or corner that might have been on him. We don't know
Yeah.
the situation, so we'd have to dig on that one to find out who was on.
Yeah, I'm just
defensive.
saying a lot of teams played the Jaguars last year, and a lot of teams scored a lot last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, congratulations, Tim Tebow, on scoring a practice touchdown.
Yeah.
That's gonna translate to game day, I guess.
Exactly. It's gonna translate all the field. Anyways, hey Vic, did y'all sign somebody recently?
Oh yeah. Recently just signed Justin Houston. He sent out
Man, I don't know. Every time the Ravens get brought up, I get sleepy. It's crazy.
That's all right. Well, you can go ahead and go to sleep because it's gonna be a long season anyway. So, yeah, we signed Justin Houston. Justin Houston put out a message basically stating that he had contacted John Harbaugh and that he wants to be a Raven. A couple hours later, he became a Raven. It was official. So that's pretty exciting. He's definitely a veteran, third in sacks for active players right now, behind Von Miller and JJ Watt, the better of the brothers.
For now.
So yeah. So yeah, he's gonna be able to help out with the younger players and even some of the third or fourth year players that have been in the league to help out with their pass rush moves and whatnot. So I like the move. It does take away snaps away from some of the younger players like Away and Jalen Hayes. I think it was a fourth or fifth round pick, but regardless, I'm all for it. He's still, proven that he still can produce sacks. He's been getting, solid 8 sacks at minimum the last 3 years. So yeah, he's definitely a proven player. He can help out with that. So I'm all for it. Also, just one little thing about the Ravens. I was watching the training camp live today, and
is this a Ravens podcast?
Yeah,
Hang on. There's something on his, there's something on his chest he wants to get off.
I'm just saying, like, we asked about Justin Houston. Okay, he said his spiel. Now he's still rambling on about nobody cares about the Ravens.
We do. Okay, so let me just go ahead and say this real quick, and I got something about Steelers, but Rashad Bateman had, some nice plays today, and one of his biggest plays came on a touchdown reception with him versus Marlon Humphrey. It was a good move on his part. Quarterbacks, been doing their thing. The offense has been doing their thing. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far.
Did you actually see it? Because I heard you guys can't record. I heard you guys can't record Lamar throwing passes. So
we watched it. Yeah, we watched it.
You watched it?
Well, Lamar's on COVID right now, so he'll be back soon. But regardless, yeah, I seen that, and there was other plays and whatnot. But
so they actually had a quarterback throw. Okay, but that makes sense. Got it.
Oh, Lamar's a quarterback too.
Okay.
But regardless,
it makes sense.
I also
you guys spread details, bro.
I also heard
that's important.
I also came across some NFL news regarding the Pittsburgh Steelers, and supposedly Dwayne Haskins has been doing pretty good for y'all. So I don't know, Big Ben, watch your back.
No,
I would not be surprised.
Mason, watch your back. Matter of fact, Mason, pack your bags. You're done.
So it's good news for Steelers fans.
You remember what happened to Duck? Yeah. Mason, you're next.
No.
You're next, Mason.
Yeah.
And I will not miss you.
Well,
Got it.
that is all that I
two
have for
y'all
that.
signed pass rusher. Melvin Ingram is now with the Steelers, and you got Justin Houston.
Yep.
So which side's dangerous, huh?
It's different. It's different though. It's different though. Because you remember they signed Ngakwe last year, and you see how that worked. It didn't do anything. So I don't care about Justin Houston signing with the Ravens. What does that mean?
Well, apparently Justin Houston had an offer from the Pittsburgh Steelers, which was a pretty lucrative one, but he elected not to sign with y'all, and he decided, I'd rather be a Raven than a Steeler. So
yeah, I
that's
mean
what he elected.
that's a
and he said, I'll play for less.
That's a clear sign of CTE, I think, or something like clearly
really?
we gotta get him. We need to get him checked.
Really? Okay.
So you're gonna go to a lesser team in the same division for less money. That's crazy. That's wild.
Wow.
That just don't make sense to me. Yeah, we gotta check. We gotta check Justin. We gotta check my dog out.
I think we need a drug test on this show, because you saying some outrageous things right now. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah,
you hit a few lines.
I didn't expect this to go like this. He said he might need help.
Yeah, we might need to test it for CTE. It clearly doesn't make any sense why you would choose to be a Raven over a Steeler. And then for less money.
Well, with that, we'll
I mean, we had Juju. They tried to get Juju, and you see how that works. So,
yeah,
some of the younger kids have more sense. He hasn't taken as many hits yet, so it makes sense. Justin's been in the league a lot longer. I understand.
Mr. TikTok's gonna regret that. So,
what's that?
Mr. TikTok's gonna regret that. So,
no comment.
With y'all. Yeah.
No comment.
Well, anyways, what other around the news? Devontae Freeman is now a Saint, signed for 1 year. So now he's with his old college teammate Justin, Mr. 30 for 30 Winston.
So I like that signing.
Actually, I like it too.
I like it too.
Backup, good spell for Kamara.
Power.
Yeah, he should have some fresh legs for the most part.
Yeah,
he knows that division, obviously.
Yep.
Yeah.
Very well. So, yeah.
It's a very versatile back, so that would definitely help out. Won't really much skip a beat. I mean, he's not Kamara, but he can still do the pass protection and whatnot that Kamara can do. So
yeah, like I said, it's a solid spell. He might be a decent handcuff for those of you who play fantasy. That might be something to look at. Decent little handcuff for Kamara. But for more tips, y'all got to pay me for fantasy tips. I'm not just gonna keep giving them out for free. That was that was the free one you get. That was the one free.
Oh boy.
Who ran the league last year?
Oh, that's between y'all.
You didn't win it, but
who?
You did the same thing the Steelers did, undefeated for most of the league, then fell off. All the wheels. Like you just parked your car in some part of Chicago. You came back
in the playoffs like the Ravens did too. You're right. Anyways.
Oh, you ain't lose like y'all did against the Browns now. First round.
We didn't lose like you did. You lost.
Second round. I mean, it's better than the first.
Do you remember the score that y'all lost by?
It was close. That's all I know.
Exactly. Nobody cares about what the score was.
Nobody cares. But we got further than y'all.
Congratulations.
Anyways, going on to the next topic. We have our hot take for the AFC West breakout player.